Hello everyone, I'm Ganna McIntyre, and I think Dune Part 3 is gonna suck. Here are 3 reasons why. Now, I'm a really big fan of the Dune franchise. I have read all the books, at least the ones from the original author. I have seen every version of it, including the 2000s miniseries. And I think that Denis Villeneuve's Dune and Dune Part 2 are 2 of the greatest science fiction films ever made. In fact, Part 2 I think might be one of the greatest films ever made, period. Which is why you might be surprised to know that I'm really not looking forward to Denis Villeneuve's 3rd film and supposed final film in the trilogy, Dune Part 3. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why that I think that everybody who was buying tickets 9 months in advance yesterday is probably going to be really disappointed in this movie. Now, I don't actually think this movie is going to be awful. I'm just making this video so that 9 months from now, when we all look back, I can be like, hey, I was the guy who predicted it. But really, I hope the movie's quite good. But anyways, my first of 3 reasons why I don't think this movie is going to be satisfying is it's oddly structured for a trilogy. What I mean by that is the first 2 Dune films, Dune and Dune Part 2, were based off Frank Herbert's original Dune novel, one of the most celebrated science fiction books of all time. And what they did was they took that book, which was so complex and so well written, and they split it into 2 movies. That's how good it was. The 3rd film in this trilogy is based off Frank Herbert's second 2 Dune books, Dune Messiah and Children of Dune. That is really weird. You go from having 2 movies that were based off this phenomenally well-written source material, so much so it had to be 2 different movies, to stuffing 2 different stories into 1 movie. I just don't see how that could be satisfying. Reason number 2 is that, I kind of alluded to this, the second 2 novels simply aren't as good as the first one. The second novel, Dune Messiah, is quite awful, actually. And while the 3rd book, Children of Dune, is quite a bit better than Messiah, it's still miles away from the masterpiece that is Frank Herbert's first Dune novel. And the 3rd reason is that while I think that Denis Villeneuve is a straight up brilliant director, he might be second to Nolan for me as far as modern directors go. I don't think he can come up with really good original science fiction, because the obvious out to this would be that he creates an original story. He took a lot of liberties with Dune Part 2, if you remember. But again, he's adapting phenomenal source material. His original science fiction movies, Arrival and Blade Runner 2049, really aren't well written. They're well directed, but they're not well written. Arrival is just the Mother Mary story stuffed with nihilism, which is why it probably was up for a bunch of Academy Awards, because everyone in the Academy is an atheist. And Blade Runner 2049, while it looked beautiful, it really does pale in comparison to the original as far as complexity. It's kind of just a generic artificial intelligence, is it human, is it not story, just an hour too long. So yeah, for those 3 reasons and others, I don't think this is going to be a satisfying film. I hope I'm wrong. I hope 9 months from now I can look back at this video and be like, oh man, I was so wrong about that, but I'm just making it so that when we look back, I can be like, hey, I was the one who predicted that Dune Part 3 was going to be disappointing. So thank you for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video, and follow or subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.